Perfecto! Welcome to another edition of No Choftes. Second one in a day. I didn't intend on doing two pods, but hey, you guys know the news now. We've got him. It's official. Willy Semedo is back in Cyprus. He's an Omonoia player. We've got him on a 3-year deal. And I guess the rebuild is well and truly underway, isn't it, boys and girls? It is, isn't it? Because we've been talking about bringing in players. We've been talking about needing a winger. Clearly, we lost Bruno Felipe, and we, as much as I don't fucking rate him, we still needed someone to come in. And now we've brought in a winger that is proven in Cyprus. Granted, people will say, oh, his statistics aren't great. Not really good. Yeah, of course people are going to say he's not really good, is he? When he was at Buffalo, people were waxing lyrical, but he's joined on one, and all of a sudden, he's not a good player. He's not rated. Well, listen, let's get it right. Last season, Bruno, our friend Bruno, in total, he got 10 goals. 10 league goals. 10 league goals. I'll give him the league goals. Yeah, because whatever. 10 league goals. Yeah? No, tell a lie. He got 9 league goals in total. Got 9 league goals and 4 assists. Whole season. 9 goals, 4 assists. Semedo, who fucked off in January, got, let's have a look, 8 goals and 11 assists. Now, how is this guy going to be deployed? Well, clearly he's going to be a left winger because we need a left winger. That's his best position. That's where he's more effective. And we saw last season how he ripped teams to shreds with his pace, with his skill. And we saw how they dropped off Buffalo when he left. So clearly he was an integral part of the squad. Now, I don't know too much about his defensive traits, but I'll tell you what, if he plays half as well as he did at Buffalo for us, we've got a fucking player. The guy's quick. He's energetic. He makes those late runs into the box, which are very, very effective. And to be honest, boys and girls, I'm actually really excited about this signing. So we signed 2 very, very good players, as far as I'm concerned. One of them, obviously, is going to take a bit of time to get used to Cypriot League. But Semedo is proven. And this is a second building block to what I hope would be at least a challenge for the top 3. But the fact is, I don't want top 3. I want the title. You lot want the title. It's going to be difficult. But I'll tell you what, bringing in a player like him with his reputation, what he has to offer, yeah, this is a cracking signing. 3-year deal as well. So that takes him to the age of what, 32? I think he's 29. So, yeah, there you go. Perfect one, Yanni. Percy, he did rip us to shreds. He absolutely battered us last season. And in fact, he played the part in winning the penalty as well because he played the overlap to, what was it, Juninho, I think? Or was it Ikoko? I can't remember. One of the two. Stefano, yeah. Bombes. And there's more to come. I'm telling you this for now. I'm not going to go into what I know. I'll go into it later, actually, because I can say. But if anyone wants to jump on to talk to me about Semedo, there's the link. It's right there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your nonna. Smash that like button. We've got about 40 likes in the morning pod. And apologies for the hack again, because for some reason we seem to be getting hacked left, right, and center. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I keep changing the password, but it doesn't seem to be fucking working. But anyway, tell us everything you know. I'll tell you afterwards. What I want are more people to come on live and tell me how they feel. Well, it looks like it, Yanni. It looks like there seems to be more order, seems to be more commitment to the transfer budget. And let's get it right. In January, what the fuck happened? That was a gadastasi, as far as I'm concerned. Utter bloody shambles. So clearly now, it looks like Mr. Babastavro has decided, right, I'm going to take things to another level with this club, which is what we wanted. And clearly, the whole situation that was going on for the last 18 months was holding him back from moving this club forward. So, yeah, it looks like things are moving at a steady rate. I'm happy with the way that things are going. I can't complain. I'm not going to complain. And as I said earlier, this season, you're going to see a much more positive Stel in the approach to things. I'm going to be a bit more measured in how I go about things because I think last season we all needed to get things off our chest. And I think we did what we had to do. Winning the cup clearly papered over some cracks. But I tell you what, We're filling them in very, very well. So far, so good. One central midfielder, one winger. I still think we've got a left back and a centre back to come in. And I'll tell you what, from what I've heard, there's a striker coming in as well. It might not be in the next few days. I think maybe a couple more weeks, but I'm pretty sure in the next couple of weeks we'll have a striker as well. From what I understand. Don't take it as gospel. That's what I've been hearing. Any news for Mitrovic? I'll get into that in just a bit. Did we actually pay for getting it? I don't know because nothing has been announced in terms of a fee. It's on the club's Twitter feed, isn't it? And they're saying we've initially reached an agreement with him. So it's a 3-year deal. But that's all I know. They've said welcome Willy Semedo. So I'm assuming it's done. I mean, it's saying that the footballer is expected in Cyprus to complete his agreement. So if it's a verbal agreement, we saw how things happen. But look, at the end of the day, I don't care about the transfer fee. A player is worth as much to a club as they value him. If there is a fee, how much is it going to be? I don't know, 500,000, 1 million? I don't know. I don't even want to speculate because I don't know. Fact is, he's come in, buzzing, bro, great player since Al Days. Yeah, I remember. And he went back to, where did he go? Didn't he go back to France? Didn't he go back to France after Al I can't remember. So, look, he's clearly... No, he went to Belgium, sorry. Apologies. He went to Belgium, then he went back to France, and then he went to Buffalo. So, look, we see what this guy can do, and it's the physicality as well. I don't think he's scared of the Cypriot League. No fucking chance. And this is a challenge that he will certainly relish. European football is there as well, which obviously is a major selling point. But let's get it right. We keep saying we need players that understand the league, that understand the landscape, understand the culture, etc., many things, and he knows it. This is his third club in Cyprus, and you know he's got the ability. Marquinhos Cipriano next, followed by Zahid. You think Zahid is coming? I don't know. Marquinhos is in the left winger up well. No chance. I'll be surprised, Johnny. I'll be very surprised. But that's what I'm saying. No chance. 1.86 centimeters, 74 kilo. What are you doing? You give me your statistics. What side is his dong as well? We're coming with the big Willy energy, boys and girls. Come on. It ain't big dick energy. It's big Willy energy. Let's go. Willy's English word for penis. I want more to come and fill the squad with quality and numbers. Well, I think it's going to happen. And again, I'm not one of these people that's going to get overly excited about things because we know how football can work. You can make all the best signings in the world, but they need to gel and they need to work out. But as you can see right now, at this moment in time, we are signing some players who are high in quality, high in potential, that can push us to the next level. And I'm expecting a couple more to join in the coming week. To be honest, this time next week, I'm thinking we have 2 more players by this time next week. I'm thinking anyway. Again, this is me guessing. It's not me knowing anything. I'm not going into this whole like, oh, etc., this and that. Okay, I'm going to get Stefano on. But before I do that, people ask me about Mitrovic, right? I did a bit of digging today. Same source as what I found out the other day. As far as I understand, we made Mitrovic an offer, a financial offer, which was lower than expected. We then came back with a second offer, which pretty much matches what he's looking for. Now, obviously, there's more to it than that, which I don't know about. I'm not saying it's going to be done. I'm not saying it's 100% happening, but the interest is legitimate. They've had talks. That's as fair as I can get, boys and girls. You know, just as the rumor said the other day, we've made an offer. It's true. In fact, we've made 2 offers. There you go. We made one, which wasn't accepted. The second one, they're still negotiating. So it's still a strong possibility. Like I said, don't get your hopes up. It's not guaranteed, but the conversations are there, which is the main thing. Now, we've been linked with another centre-back, a Bosnian lad. Let me find his name, man, because I forget the fucking guy's name. And I did a bit of digging with him as well. What's his name? He's at a Turkish club. I forget. Sorry, guys, I forget his name. But this is a guy who, as far as I understand, is a bit of a troublemaker. And we don't want players like that in the squad. Everywhere he's gone, he's caused problems, from what I understand, from what I've been told. And the reason why he's been fucked off by his club is because of his attitude, because of his behaviour. I need to find the player's name, man. 1 second, boys and girls. 1 second. 1 second. Azia, let me get Stefano on. Stefano can tell me his thoughts on the player, and then let's have a look. Stefano!
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
I'm very good, bro. Yourself?
I'm sweet.
Okay. Is there a bit of a delay? Because I can't really hear you too much. There's like a
Yeah, I'm
5 second
using
delay.
the other phone. That's why.
Okay. So come on, tell me about Semedo. While I'm looking for this player, because apparently we're linked to this Bosnian player, but I don't know his bloody name. I forget his name.
Is it Vranjes?
Vranjes, that's the one. Troublemaker. Fucking troublemaker. From what I've been told, again, from what I've been told, he's a troublemaker. Everywhere he's gone, he causes trouble within the dressing room. So we need to keep away from that player. But again, this is from what I've heard. Like, subscribe, tell your nonna, come on, boys and girls, smash that like button. Keep smashing it. Smash it hard. So come on, Semedo, tell me.
Bro, listen, when I first heard, when we were linked with him, I was like, okay. So this is the player that Papastavro was talking in the video, that is the, το παίχτης της διαφορά και το ξέρεις τον boom και πολλά λένε ας πούμε ότι έχουμε έναν παίχτη έτοιμο. Δεν ξέρω αν είναι Ginos, but if it's him, I'm buzzing with this signing because we needed a player like him for a long time, to be honest, on the wings. And having someone like him who has experience in the league, has played before with Halki, before he came here with Paphos. And he was amazing since last season when he was at Paphos. He had a very good season. He's someone that very quick, can cause problems. He's very good on the ball. He can be a bit clumsy at times, but in front of goal, he's very lethal. He can cause a lot of problems, man. And he can drag players as well at the same time. He can cut in and shoot. He can do a lot of stuff. He can be very, very effective, and he'll be very helpful with us. It depends who the other left-sided player, left back, is going to be. It's either Lesiaks or we're going to sign Marquinhos that's going to link up with him. It's going to be very good. And he's someone that can play as up front as well. He can switch as a striker and do a very good job there. So yeah, I've been watching him when he was at Key, and I saw him, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a very good player. I would like him at Omonoia one day. But bro, since he left Paphos last season, when they replaced him with that fraud, problems. Φάνηκε η θέση του. Φάνηκε.
The thing is, bro.
I'm not even exaggerating.
Well, look, as you know with football, right? When it comes to a team structure and the way a certain team sets up, each player is vital to that system, right? You take one piece out, and have you ever? Okay, this sounds a bit weird, but like a cobweb, right? A spider's web, right? A spider's web. Have you ever taken one of the threads off and seen what's happened?
Yeah, it collapses.
Yeah, right. And that's effectively what happens with a lot of teams, right? You take out that one vital component, and it goes down the toilet. Now, you could say, Bruno went there with a pretty big reputation, whatever the price tag was, I don't know, but he went there, and the level of expectancy was too high. Yeah, but Semedo left, and we saw a lot of goals that Buffalo scored came from that left-hand side because of the wingers overlapping. Now, Bruno can be a very frustrating player. Do you get what I'm saying? We saw it, and it's no surprise that I'm not blaming him for Jan's dip in form, because he's been a bit poop for the past couple of years now. But what I'm saying is, when you've got a winger that isn't doing enough to help the left back or the full back overlap and do their role from an attacking perspective, it does affect them. So I don't think it's a surprise that Bruno went there and his form dipped and Buffon fucked up as well. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a surprise. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Semedo leaving had an impact on their season, because him and Zairo had a fantastic partnership. Now,
amazing.
Of course. And when you deep it now, right? Can you imagine Semedo, Karim, possibly Bezos in an attacking role, and maybe Loizu? I mean, that's a scary thought. when you think about it. If they click, that is right.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
not. Like I say, I'm not going to sit here and get excited and say, "Oh, we're going to go for the title and this and that." I want us to challenge for the title, irrespective of who we sign. These are the levels. These
Yeah.
are the levels of the club. We always keep
We
saying
should
we need to be
we should
challenging the title.
compete. We
Yeah, of
should
course,
compete to be up
of
there,
course,
to compete for
bro.
the
And like I
challenge.
said,
What do you need?
bro, and like I said weeks ago, right? If you take the other 5 teams in the top 6, for example, just take them out of the equation for the moment. You need to beat who's below you. You need to beat everyone else. It's not just beating the top teams. Obviously, when you get to the playoffs, that's when it comes down to. But we dropped a lot of points against these teams that we should be beating. And a lot of the chances, like for example, Bruno missed a bag of chances against Apollon, missed a bag of chances against AL, bag of chances here and there. Now we've got a winger that is accomplished and he can cause havoc, bro. Like people don't realize that the amount of skill this lad has got in terms of, as you mentioned, drawing defenders out of position. I think it's a fantastic signing, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, listen, with the players we've been linked as well recently, είναι άλλη ομάδα. Εκτός που τους άλλους που έχουν, ξέρεις, σαν τον Άριν και η Μπάφα, ας πούμε, είναι άλλη ομάδα εκτός που μας, που τα είχαν linked με έτσι παίχτες of this caliber. We'll never be linked or signed any of like players at this caliber, players like, for example, Mitrovic, Marquinhos. Like, you get these players, Tabo. You get these players, statement signings. These players, the statement signings that can push you to the next level. Something different than what we were used to compared to the last 2 seasons. What was signed compared to last season. Last season was atrocious. But what we're doing now compared to last season is different.
Oh, for sure. But I think also what you need to take into consideration is that by signing these players like Semedo, possibly Dabor, possibly Mitrovic, the players that we got in the squad right now, like your Karims, like your Bezos, like your Bash, like the established players, they're no longer looking around. They're no longer looking around thinking, we got to carry this team. They're probably thinking, all right, we got some big boys. But let's not get it twisted. There's going to be other teams making big signings in this league now.
Yeah.
Other teams are going to be doing it. So we can't think, we're going to be in and around now. Buffalo haven't started yet. And I'm worried about what they're going to do. But for now, we just got to focus on us. And I'll tell you what, the goal that he scored against us in October, I've got it here. It's on YouTube. Forgive me. Look at where he is now. He's on the he's practically near the halfway line. Yeah, you can see him at the bottom with the orange boots, right? Look at the run that he makes. Right? Look at the run that he makes. He's just like, fuck it, I'm gone. That is the kind of movement that we need off the ball. That's exactly what we need off the ball, which we weren't getting from our wingers before. So let's see, man. Let's see. Again, it's an exciting prospect. So, να δούμε.
Θυμάμαι τον γκολ που βάλεν πότε, το 1-1 στο Κασιμπί. Εκείνο που τη σέντρανε ο Ζάιρο και κάμε το γυριστόν του σούτ.
Yeah.
Κόλλη.
Yeah. So, there you go. Let's have a look at this one. What is the feedback that Semedo is so close to Buffalo owner but prefers our team? Maybe money is not the first thing on the decision making, or Buffalo didn't want him as they have Bruno. There is the possibility that Buffalo didn't want him because they got Bruno, or maybe they don't want him because the new head coach is looking for other players, or maybe the fact that we got European football has helped because we knew that it would be a major factor for sure. I don't know. What do you reckon, Stefano?
Maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe because Buffalo didn't want to sign him at the same time. I heard they were close into like looking into him. I didn't hear any like contacts, whatever. Only Omonoia had contacts with the player, but it's a bit both. There's also Europe, and ξέρεις, μπορεί να μην ήθελε ούτε ίδιος να ξαναπάει στην Πάφο. Απλά να ήθελε κάτι γενούρκο από την άλλη. Και να παίξει και Ευρώπη. Γιατί από τον καιρό που ήρθε στην Κύπρο, είσαι όποια ομάδα, δεν ξέρω να παίξει ποτέ Ευρώπη τόσο παίχτης. So maybe this is his opportunity to play in Europe for the first time in his career. I'm saying, I don't know if he played before, but right now, this is his first time in Cyprus to play for a club that can challenge for something, for cups, or maybe the league, and they're going to play in a European competition as well. I'm not saying Buffalo's, it's not that, but they don't have the European competition. to be in.
Of course, and I'm pretty certain that obviously the name of the club played a big
And
part.
Omonoia, yeah.
This isn't me saying, oh, whatever, but
No, it's
the amount of
fact.
yeah, I mean the amount
It's a
of
privilege.
players that I've spoken to that haven't played for Omonia, there are a few of them which I'm not going to mention who I've spoken to personally, and they've said to me, God, if I got the chance to go to Omonia, I'd go. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and I think it's got to do with the fans. It's got to do with the history of the club. It's got to do with a lot of things that we're always, okay, I wouldn't say always, but recently we've been in and around the title hunt. And I think this podcast has helped. I'm joking. The main sponsor seems to be from Novibet in Greece. Didn't we have more years in the contract with... Possibly, Christo. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's not unheard of for a team to end a
To have
sponsorship.
two.
No way. We can't have two betting companies.
Oh,
Do you get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is
okay.
not unusual. It's not unusual for a club to break a contract with an existing partner to get a new one if the finances work out. It wouldn't be a surprise to me if Novibet on the side, again, I'm speculating, it's not fact, but it wouldn't be a surprise to me if Novibet said to Omonoia, right, you break the contract with Stikima and we'll reimburse you with the cost, so to speak. It's happened before. If you look at, I don't know, Man United, for example, they had DHL as a kit sponsor and then they broke it to go with someone else. So it happens. So, yeah.
It can
How do you
happen with
assess the 3 years? Demo.
Can it happen with sorry to cut you off. Can it happen with Macron as well? And the deal with Macron and go to like Adidas or Nike or something else.
Of course, and that's always a possibility, especially if we're playing European football regularly and eyes on the league. You never know. How do you assess the 3 years contract to Semedo? I think Omonoia has on the back of its mind a possible sale in the next years. Well, it's a 3-year contract. He's 29, so that takes him to the age of 32. How much can they sell him for between now and then? Then again, the way that the money's being thrown around in Saudi Arabia, I know he's come back from there, but there's always a chance that a club out there will make an offer for him. So again, I'm not worried about the future in terms of his future at the club. He hasn't even signed the bloody contract yet. So, let's not think about that. Fact is, as we said, he's a proven player in the league and he's exactly what we need. There's no two ways about it. He's filled the gap that we've missed for a year. So,
yeah, man. Speak.
Yeah. We were linked with him when he was at Alki. Okay, well, when was that? When was it Alki?
2017.
17, yeah, 2017. So yeah, before the yeah. So look, as I said, this can only be a good thing for us. Just got to trust the coach and trust the process, as they say. And it looks like the process is going well. So what do you make of the other signing?
What's his name? Rakovic,
yeah. I'm going to get it right one day.
Yeah. To be fair, the first time I've heard about him. Nobody heard about this signing before we signed him.
Yeah.
Nobody heard. Everyone was saying, Tapo, this guy. It was a shock. That, for me, was a bit of a shock that Mix left. To be fair, I wasn't expecting him to leave the club, but hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, he left. I don't know what it was, but bringing him in, I'm seeing that they're kind of similar in the way that the positions, both of the players can play. I'm guessing it's a mixed replacement, but I don't know much about him, to be fair. I've heard that a lot of clubs were interested in him, including Partizan and a few others. We went in and contacted him and brought him in on a free as well. It looks like a good ball carrier. He's someone that can do something, but he's young, which is very good. 23 years old. And he's someone that is hungry and is gonna like prove himself. It could be like one of the shock ones that we didn't expect to be these ones that it wasn't the one that we hoped for or whatever, but it could be the the signing that came out to be one of the best signings of the window. Maybe could be one of them ones. I don't know.
Well, put it this way: as we spoke to Richard, who told us more about the player, he had a trial with Partizan, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen. I think this is a very promising signing in terms of potential, and there's no doubt the club are looking to develop him and sell him on. There's no two ways about it. And look, let's get it right. He's an international player, and I think he's one of the few players that are an international in Montenegro that played in that league. Do you get what I'm saying? So that bodes well for us. That shows that he's quite talented. And again, this isn't me being a pessimist, but I just believe that it's another signing where we're going to try and develop him and sell him on. And I've got no problem with it, because if a team from a bigger league, if a team for a bigger league comes in for him, you're not going to stand in his way. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's going to bode well for the club. It's not a gamble, because he's come for literally nothing. All you're paying is his wages and perhaps a signing on fee. So it's a win-win situation, I believe. What is it? 2-year deal? 2 years?
Yeah, until 25, 26, around there.
25, 26. I thought it was only a 2-year deal. That's okay, fine. There you go. There you go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your nonna. I'm not seeing the likes coming up, man. Come on, 22 likes. Keep hitting that like button. Smash that like button, please. We've got 51 people watching live. 52 now. Come on. I want 52 likes.
Come on, people. Come
on, man. Stop being lazy. Mind you, some people are probably watching to fucking tear me to shreds after some of the things that I said recently. But anyway, whatever. Don't like it then. I don't care. Fuck yourself. Do you want to quickly talk about some other clubs as well? Because I know there've been a few transfers happening recently. Jovanovic has gone to Partizan.
Yeah, I've heard. I've seen your video when you... Huh?
Yadi Gacharizis.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, Gacharizis, man. You're scratching. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
I don't know. Something happened with my phone.
How are you holding your phone?
Someone was calling me and I can't hear you. Can I jump out and come back?
Hold it with the other hand.
Huh?
Hold the phone with your other hand, not your wanking hand. There you go. See? It's stopped now. No, it started again. For fuck's sake. Embrazi. Cole, quickly, talk to me about Jovanovic. Hade.
Yeah, bro. I've heard when you were talking about the player before he went to Partizan. Yeah, man. He's someone that was, you know how Fabiano was for us? He was the Fabiano. And him leaving them is a huge gap to fill in that space for Apollon. And then when it was signed, the Bafos goalkeeper, I think, today.
Antosh.
Yeah.
Antosh. Oh, my God. Oh, mate, you'd be better off just having, I don't know, you in goal.
So they have other goalkeepers.
Well, Dimitriou.
He's better.
Yeah. Oh, well,
it's up to them.
It's their ass.
It's up to them.
So yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm trying to get Jovanovic for an interview actually for This Is Mappa, which I'm hoping to do. So if I can get him, that'll be wild. I've got a couple more. I've got one booked for Tuesday for This Is Mappa. I can't say who it is yet. He played for Apollon, and he left a few months ago. I can't say who, but I'm not saying who. People can guess who it is, but I get the feeling we're gonna have a few bombers.
A few months. It's a few months
ago. Yeah. So I'm just waiting because he said he's gonna do it. I just need to confirm when. So yeah. Nadume. Anyway, I'm just trying to think of what else there is to talk about, my guy.
Apoel. How about them?
Apoel. Okay, go on.
What are they doing?
Listen, I don't really want to speak on that club, because they're doing some interesting business for sure. I don't know how it's going to work out from a financial perspective if they can afford these players. Because I know they only recently got their March what's it called, contracts, payments and all that.
They're a mess.
So, huh?
They're a mess.
They are, but somehow they're pulling a rabbit out their ass.
Yeah, they have a know-how, bro.
I
They
know.
have a know-how.
I know.
Petridis. Petridis
Yeah, I know.
does all the magical. I don't know. Puts
Yeah.
the something in the heads, something in the drink or food or
Juju.
something. I don't know, man. No, what? Some
Magic
juju.
mushrooms. He's getting magic mushrooms, bro. Okay, no,
Bro,
bro. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man. They're signing these. Now they're signing mediocre players. I don't care. It wasn't like last season.
You
Now they're
think they're
signing
signing
mediocre.
mediocre players?
Bro, but I really like. Bro, apparently they can't afford Ilias' transfer.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. That surprised me.
15K.
I don't think they signed mediocre players. They signed
Okay.
the Red Star Belgrade striker that they were after last season with Milojevic. They signed that William guy. He's a good player. I think he's a
The
good
winger.
player. The guy that's at Braga, yeah. Who else did they bring in? Trying to think. Okay, they signed the centre back from Doxa.
Who?
Why are you looking at me blankly? Rea, I forgot. Oh, you can make me find it now. Fuck's sake, Rea.
I see.
What
What?
guy's name? Gulabta.
Huh.
Gulabta. They signed. Where is it? They find Fetfatsidis, Wilson Eduardo, Karamanolis, Domane, the striker, and who they signed? Fawaz Abdullahi, the other guy. I think he was from Doxa as well. I think. But I don't think they've signed mediocre players. I think Fetfatsidis is a good
average.
player.
Can I say average?
Okay, put it this way. Which of those players? The way I see it is, are they better than what they've got? Because they finished second last season, right? So you can't say that they weren't challenging for the title. They were up until the second from last game of the season, right? They needed goals because Villadai wasn't scoring many. Makeda didn't do anything. So this Domane, this striker, they've wanted him for a year. So I can't say that he hasn't been on their radar and he's not a decent player. Clearly, they want him and he's done well at Red Star, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, this Wilson Eduardo, people might say, oh, his stats ain't great, but the fact is he's played for Porto, Braga, the coach knows him. Fetfatsidis, well, look, Fetfatsidis, you could argue, all right, the best days might be behind him, but let's get it right. He was playing in Italy last season, I think, wasn't he?
Spal.
Is that Spal, yeah?
Spal.
So
yeah.
you got to be a decent player to play in Serie B, man. Come on. So, or were they Serie A?
Okay,
I think it was Serie B.
Look,
so I don't think they're mediocre. You could say Caramanoli is one for the future as a centre back for sure. For sure, he's not better than Garo. I'll tell you this for now. But Dhoni has left. Makeda's gone. Ilia has gone back. Ferrari's gone.
So they need a left back. Του είπες, Dhoni, Ilia, okay, μόνο ο Dhoni's μπορεί από κάτι έκαμε, αλλά he was too injury prone. Makeda, Ilia, okay, fuck them off, they did nothing. Κι άλλοι φύγαν. Εκτός που τούτους, εν τον καλά.
Ferrari, the left back. No, εν τον καλά still
Ferrari, ναι. He went to Aris.
That's it. Dhoni, Makeda, Ilia, Garo, and Ferrari. They're the only ones that are officially gone.
Ben stayed.
He's injured. Yeah, he's got a contract. He's got a 2-year contract. No, 3-year contract, I think. 2 or 3-year contract.
Okay.
And he's done his, I think it's the ACL, I think he's done. So he's not going to be back for a while. So no, they got the majority of the squad from last season.
Okay.
Although they don't
like
have a left
us
back now. Wasn't like us.
Yeah. It wasn't like us when we got rid of 7-8 players.
No.
What do you think about Marquinhos?
I think he's a good player. I'm not going to lie to you. But as far as I'm aware, the club are working on a financial package to keep him at the club. He wants to stay. But obviously the situation with his money has pissed him off. But I can't see us getting him. Not now that we got Semedo. I can't see it happening.
Very difficult.
Yeah, I think it'd be a tricky one. But look,
Mm.
listen, I wouldn't put it past this club. I wouldn't put it past this club. You know,
I think
we
they're
always,
willing to pay.
yeah. Well, look, if he breaks his contract with Apoel, because I'm guessing there's a UEFA law that states if a player hasn't been paid a certain period of time, their contract can go. I mean, they let Ferrari go for nothing. They cancelled his contract. They could have sold him for a bit of money, but they cancelled it because maybe the guy just wanted to leave and he went back to Addis in Greece. So I think that it's a possibility, but at the same time, listen, I wouldn't say no to him, but at the same time, he's not the player that I'm thinking, yeah, let's go get him. I'm sure there are other players out there that, and let's get it right. He's a left winger. Is he gonna dislodge Semedo?
No.
This is what I'm saying. So I think we need to, it's a good thought to have him. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but I can't see it happening in all fairness. But
Yeah.
isn't it weird how every player they leaves gets this lovely post and they're not even getting their full month salary paid? Well, sometimes players want to leave clubs on good terms, and they don't want to ruin any relationship they have with supporters. So good luck to him. Good luck to him. You have any idea if we're close to buying another player? Tranquillo, George. We just signed someone that only wants to know more. It wouldn't surprise me if Mitrovic comes. It wouldn't surprise me. As I said, the contract negotiations are going on at the moment. People talk about Zahid. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Zahid. In all fairness, I don't know what's going on with him. I know that we had an interest in him under Berg. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Bro, to be honest, I'm just tired of hearing his name. I'm just tired. Like, how many times have we heard his name, this guy, since he was at Apoel? And I'm like, you're still speaking about him now. Not you, a bit social media and Omonoia fans. Like, it's done. He went to Turkey. Like, he left that club and whatever. If there's any chance to get him, okay. I wouldn't say no. But we had our chance to get him. And we didn't. Like Aguindol, for example.
Yeah.
Is that kind of situation? But is there names that you keep on hearing, like, oh, Aguindola, oh, Zrandi, oh, Buenas Charlos. Like, okay, it's done. Like, okay, we ain't getting him. Like, we ain't getting him. And I'm just tired of hearing his name every single time, like he's the only solution.
Yeah.
And they are the players.
I don't want to go on stats. I hate talking about stats. He got 2 goals, 2 assists in the league last season in Turkey in 28 games. Now you could argue that he wasn't. Well, yeah, exactly. You can argue that he wasn't at a great team either. So again, it could be, what's the word? The stats could lie to you a little bit, to be fair. But look, at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I don't know. Still, are you referring to Marquinhos of Apoel? People mean Marquinhos. Oh, the left wing back that was at Shakhtar. Is that the one you're talking about? Because people have been talking to me about Marquinhos at Apoel. So yeah. Well, look,
and him as well. What about him?
This lad, I don't know too much about, in all fairness. But if we do bring him in, I can obviously speak to Andrew, my friend at the Ukrainian football podcast, and he can come on and tell us more about him. Again, I don't know too much. In all fairness, I don't know too much, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and pretend that I know. But the fact is, if he is good enough to challenge for a left back spot permanently, that's what we need. That's certainly what we need.
Yeah, man, quality. And I think the reason he left Shakhtar wasn't because of footballing reasons or whatever, because he wasn't good enough in his level, his Brazilian league. I think the reason he left is because of the war, like a lot of Brazilian players did. And he was linked, I think, when he signed for 1 million around that time for Shakhtar in 2020, I think. He was a very good exciting prospect at that time. He was linked with other clubs around Europe. He was playing week in, week out in the league. in Europe as well, Champions League, I think Europa League as well, and he looked like a promising player. But since what happened in Ukraine, he left and he went to that club in Brazil, and he has been playing his football. But listen, man, if we get him, wow, that would be that one of them shock signings for me for this season.
Yeah.
And he's young; he's like 24 years old as well.
Bravo.
Signing someone like
Bravo.
him. If the club
Yeah.
has any future for him, like to sell him on in the future, they can sell him for a good amount.
It's funny, he hasn't posted a selfie with our new signings. I don't believe anything. Yeah, I don't blame you. What happened with Gidsar? Yeah, he went permanently, 2-year contract to Vola, which is a surprise because apparently they're a dog shit team. I don't follow them, to be honest.
But permanent
Arsenal
or
were
long?
close. Yeah, 2 years, man. 2 years. 2 years. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Permanent. So yes. Anyway, let's have a look. Arsenal were close to triggering his clause when he was at Sao Paulo? I think a long time ago. He was considered
yeah,
a one.
yeah. Well, Arsenal.
You know,
Yeah.
never know, man. Never know. Omonoia casa. No thanks. No thanks. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want a left winger that only knows how to use their right foot.
No.
If
that,
no, thank you.
I saw him in the final, and I was like, no.
Fucking trampoline first touch, man. We'll just fucking bounce.
His first touch.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Right, we've got 32 likes. Come on, man. There are 50 people watching live.
Come on, people. Pump the likes
Hit that
up.
like button. Smash it. Smash the like button. And hit that subscribe button as well while you're at it. If you're not, you know what? It's weird, right? Because 30% of our viewers aren't actually subscribed. How does that even make sense? How are 30%? It's wild, bro.
It's free, man. You don't pay. It's free.
No, they don't want us to fuck up the algorithm. YouTube are telling them not to do it. They're getting email every time we go live. Do not subscribe to them. Do not tell your nunna. Fucking hell. Yeah, so bro, do you think any more? Let's just wrap it up with this question then. Do you think this time next week we'll have more signings?
Yep.
Yeah?
Before preseason. When is preseason? When is next week?
Oh, they're already back in training now.
I think we'll have 3 more at least.
Yeah.
2 or 3 more. I think it's gonna be Mitrovic.
Oh, I hope so,
Mitrovic.
man. My God, if we get Mitrovic, this is why I'm getting hyped for this. Can you imagine? I'm getting hyped for a centre back.
I'm getting a season ticket.
You're gonna see the Omonoia. You see Omonoia, right? They're gonna announce 15,000 season tickets.
It's happening.
Remember, boys and girls. Yeah, if we do sign Mitrovic, I want my flowers. Yeah, I had one guy telling me that he will suck my ass if it happens. Hey, listen, I'm not.
It was from you. I've heard it first.
Yeah, well, listen.
From the group chat.
Post, yeah, from the group, yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping it gets done. Like, and the thing is, as I said, people are telling me, "Oh, we're just chatting shit." I know they're talking to the guy. I know it. It needs to be done. Bring him in. Can you imagine?
Now.
Can you imagine?
Tomorrow.
Ahora. A besos. Abscess, we say. Jesus. As soon as we go to Poland, I believe there'll be more signings. I hope so. Because I think the important thing is that we have all of our signings done before the preseason starts. I think that's important because we don't want players coming in on deadline day. And do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
Mitrovic and Zahid will potentially add 4 more thousand. Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, man.
And I'm telling you, we're going to bring in a striker.
Zahid is the people signing. Zahid.
We're going to bring in a striker. We're going to bring in a striker.
And a striker.
Yeah, and if it is who I think it is, then yeah. Proven bagsman. Proven bagsman. I'd like to know. I think I know who it is. I'd like to think I know who it is.
Bro, if it's someone that could bench both Kagu and Karim. Oh, listen. Oh, listen, someone that can
No,
score
no,
at
no.
least 10,
I don't
15
think
goals.
I don't think he'll come into bench Karim. I think he'll come into play
Yeah,
up front.
because of what he does and off the ball as
Yeah,
well is very
yeah.
important.
Listen, I think I know who he is, but again, I'm not going to say any names because there's nothing. Put this, I know nothing in terms of if there's been any contact. I know he is a target, but I can't say who it is because nothing's been nothing. Listen, when I hear something, believe me, I'm going to fucking come out with it. I don't care. But yeah. Curtis, I'm not winding you up, man. I'm not winding you up. Honestly, I'm not winding you up. I promise. I promise. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me, Phile. We've got 58 people watching live, and we're only down to 32 likes. Well, what was it? Look at this disrespect. 36 likes. Come on, keep hitting that like button. Keep hitting that like button. And I'll tell you
50.
what, boys and girls. Yeah, 50 likes. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. Don't forget to leave a comment down below when this is done. Let us know what you think. People who are watching on the playback, let us know what you think about the signing. How many goals will he score, do you think? What's the benefits of us signing him? Are you excited? Do you think we need another winger in that position? These are the questions I want you guys to tell me, give the answer to. And yeah, thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your nunna. Thank you, Stefano, for joining me. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Pleasure, bro.
Thank you for the 50-odd people that are watching live right now. In fact, to be honest, the viewer count is 183. So we've had 183 views already for this pod. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting us. And we shall be back, hopefully, very soon with another signing announcement, I guess, or maybe some more positive news. So until next time, I'm going to do the new one. Yalla shilakam.